All right, hi guys, it's Mr. C with your Saxon Math today. We're doing lesson 108 on transformations. Now, this is a little bit different of a math lesson because I'll be honest, this is more of a vocabulary lesson than an actual math lesson. We're going to teach you some new terms that have to do with shapes and with transformations. And then you'll get to practice identifying those terms in your practice work. So we'll identify and describe rotations, translations, and reflections. Those are your three new words: rotations, translations, and reflections. Then you're going to use the transformation to change the position of a figure, but you'll do it using rotations, translations, and reflections. All right, so let's get started. One way to determine whether two figures are congruent is to put one on top of the other. If it totally fits right on top of the other one and they're exactly the same, then it's congruent, right? That's what congruent means. So we're going to see if ABC here can be positioned on top of XZY. Now we can do a few things to be able to measure that. Now if we just had a piece of paper, we could cut it out and then move it around how we needed to and stick it on top. And you might do that for an activity. It's just practice cutting things out and putting them on top of the others. Here, we're going to start by rotating. So our rotation, we take the ABC that was lying down and we just turn it 90 degrees so it's facing up. And we do that because it's going to look closer to the angles that we have here. We know that we have our right angle in the bottom, so we need to rotate it. So right now, if we pulled that over and stuck it on top, it wouldn't show that it's congruent because it would be backwards. So we need to do something else. We will translate it. Oh, first we have to move it over, I forgot. So let's translate it first. That's just taking it and squishing it over so it's right next to the other triangle. So that's just the process of moving it or sliding it over. That's translation. So we translate the triangle ABC first. Then we reflect it. And that's the important thing here, is if we take it this way and we just reflect it, some would say that would be a horizontal flip. And you can do a vertical flip as well. But we're just reflecting it by flipping it from one side to the other, then it matches right up exactly the same, so it would be congruent. So just to review, rotation is turning a figure about a certain point, and translation is sliding a figure in one direction without turning it at all, and reflection is reflecting a figure as if in a mirror or flipping the figure over a certain line. And that's it. So that's your vocab for this week. You'll get a practice in your homework using these three steps to determine whether or not two shapes are congruent or not. All right, so there's your practice set. Good luck.